So I've been working and shoveling and working and shoveling, starting one block at a time, leveling up, got all the base blocks in, leveled, started here, right about here at the low point. A lot of the blocks I did, you can see coming up here, there's actually one block buried. Before I had to do step ups and step up around that corner, do some stepping up. But because of that, I ended up, I'm going to have to get more retaining wall blocks. I think I've added up, I'm going to have to get about another 60 blocks in order to get it up to the height I want, or thereabouts. And that just kind of goes with it. You can plan all you want and get the layout, but you can't necessarily plan every little detail until you actually get into something. The only issue I've had is I've had to take some extra time on the corners, on two corners, because just because of the way I'd set them up once I started doing them. I found out where I dug out. I hadn't quite dug to the line, and so I had to make these corners sharper than they would otherwise be. And because of that, I've had to custom cut blocks. So you can see that block right there. I've had a custom cut, and underneath there as well, make some cuts to make blocks that fit the corner for that corner, and as well as this corner here. I'll have to make another custom cut for that corner, and that's just using a regular circular saw with a diamond blade, regular 7-inch circular saw with a diamond blade, and trying to get some hose water on it so you don't kick up as much dust, because the masonry dust just goes everywhere. It's pretty horrible. It took me quite a bit of time here to cut out around this drain. As you can see, I kind of had to piece things a little bit, and then I actually had to chisel out a piece some so it would go over the drain pipe. And I'm either just going to shove gravel in there or maybe a little bit of concrete mix. I haven't decided yet. So here I'm trying to go up to that white line, because the bottom white line, not the top one. The top of the stake is level, whereas I have a little over 3-inch drop, I think, if I remember right, 3 3/4 drop or so to get to that white line there. So I'm going to have to go 2 more rows up, I believe will do it, and get me about where I need to be, which will put me in line with this back row here. And this is where I had to do several step ups around this corner because of the way the yard comes up. So where you have one block there that's partially buried, then the next one's stepping up from that one, and the next one's stepping up from that one, and so on. And for these corner blocks, I went ahead and put some PLL 500 Loctite to secure these corner blocks, just to make sure they don't go anywhere. I also drilled, I should have shown that, but I drilled a 3/8-inch hole through the 2 bottom blocks here, and then put a piece of metal shaft through them to kind of anchor them into the ground, just to make sure they just don't go anywhere. Probably overkill, probably not necessary, but I went ahead and did it anyway. So at this point, I've got to get more blocks. I've got to take this gravel here, move it down here, and then I'm going to have to get more blocks and a lot more gravel. So stay tuned.